Well, let's head into the game right now. And of course, I forgot to shout the man out in the first game, but production's being done by Mr. Fillingham himself. That's Phil_30 on Twitter, so you can go check him out for that as well if you'd like to later on. But now we've got to head into the game, and Phil will let me know into my ear if I'm off of the cameras. All right, I am. Great. So, now we've got ourselves a bit of damage being done to Era early on. Era still, though, playing around the smoke. Had the one way, but Goofy's found him behind it. Takes him down, and Bomb will be going down as well. Zero, meanwhile, from Pop Dog, gets two beautiful kills. Looks for more, but Goofy's on the hunt, on the mission. And, well, he is coming through beautifully. Dobbo left alone in the 1v2.
Interesting, he dropped a 5-7 across, so he's only on this USP. No armor available. Does have a smoke to work with, but feels kind of useless at this point. Knows where one is. Goofy is just playing that sound, though, in his head, trying to take him down on the Glock. He's left so very low after that exchange. Surely that has got to be it. There's hardly any time left, and there it is. Spotted above the smoke. Spiro will take him down on that P250. Wisla will get the pistol. Here we go. Interesting. Immediately into our second map. Straight out of the gate, things are heating up.
And Gamerlegion, they're not going to let them cool down at all. They've got themselves two scouts immediately. But look at Wisla, 4 AK-47s. That means your utility is going to be really bare bones. That means Jedka, who's now getting more tags in. What Jedka almost brought down by the MP9, finally finished off. And this is where those scouts can be really dangerous because of the lack of smokes from Wisla. Wisla going to have to play much more of a contact-heavy style. Even going into the B bomb site isn't going to be easy, despite only Adam being there. A 5-7 on B is deadly, and so is Dobbo.
Ooh. Adam as well coming in, Rusty on his Deagle. What has happened here? This is suddenly just turned upside down out of nowhere. All onto Spiro. Looking to try and find himself something to work with. So far, just the one frag in this 1v4. Second coming in, but the AK too much to handle. And Gamerlegion give Wisla a bit of a taste of their own medicine with that second round force buy win. No bomb plant as well. Really going to send the Polish boys down a spiral. This is really not a good spot.
And this is particularly one of the reasons why it can be deceptive to think that, oh yeah, rifles are good against a force buy in the second round because, hey, yeah, we can just kill them with armor more easily. That's actually not always true because very often CT sides, especially in the map like Spain, will buy that double scout, which puts them in such a good position to take down teams without smokes. AKs versus scouts, you still favor the AKs in these long-range corridors, but now Dobbo has been able to spot out one, maybe even two players, and that nade from Adam won't find any damage.
No, a little unfortunate. Slower kind of round here. Ooh, that's very lucky indeed. Zero, I guess, through the corner of the train takes a dink. And therefore stays alive, of course. Ponchek, meanwhile, over towards the bomb site. Also taking a dink. No kills as yet, but a lot of damage being exchanged across the board.
Meanwhile, comes through, second kill for the T side, and they might not be done yet. The Eagles might be doing what Scouts did in the previous because Goofy's got another. Now a 2 versus 5, and I say that, but it's a lie. Adam, alone, lonely, sad, forlorn, other synonyms of unhappy. 1 versus 5, not a good place to be.
No, sir. The team effort here so far, I believe, 4 shots, 4 kills as well. So a very, very clean Deagle round, or at the very least, you know, in that exchange, it was just the 4 shots expended. Adam just looking to stay alive with his MP9, and even that might prove a little challenging.
I mean, there's wall bangs, and then there's trees on the other side, and then there's trees on all the sides, so a little challenging is putting it lightly, because Sparrow's coming in from the side. He's hunting for money. He wants that money, and he's got it. Wisla, keep all 5 players alive, man. Well, I lied, but almost.
Close enough, close enough. The fact that it's continuing back and forth as well, the force buy wars, as it were, something that when the Krieg particularly was nerfed, this is something we saw an awful lot of between teams, getting used to dealing with the types of buys and whatnot has kind of filtered out a little bit, but it seems we're in for it here on this map. The CT side usually, though, is the one that crumbles. See whether that's the case into our fourth round, of course. The scouts once again in play. Immediate tag. They're the first thing to deal damage. Era through the smoke. Knows his angles. Will get traded quickly. But the boys are in to help. It's happening again. Zero finds one with that 5-7. It's now a 3-on-2 in favor of Gamerlegion. Spoke too soon, of course, though. As it is brought back. That bomb in no man's land is the difference right now.
Adam. Tied up as well, but the scout is where the real damage lies with the 5-7 follow-up. Zero's got one, turns around for the second. Who needs deagles? The 5-7's good enough for him.
Okay. Okay. Very, very nice stuff from Zero. Certainly not quiet, per se. Okay, it seems we have the timeout coming in here from Gamerlegion, in fact. Wise, because, of course, there is another force buy. Why not from Wisla?
Who would have known?
And it's not that bad, to be fair. We do kid, but it's actually not all that bad. It's only maybe a step or two down from what Gamerlegion are bringing into this round. So, yeah, a well-timed pause, if you ask me.
Well, I mean, you know, the saved AK is going to be what really, really tilts things. Because Adam will have full utility, and that means you've got 4 rifles, potentially, assuming double goes for Elisa Farmers. You've got 4 rifles with decent utility. Now, that's not an easy thing to accomplish, but actually, double goes for an M4, so utility not as good as I thought it might be. So, Gamerlegion are going to have to play a little bit more high contact, a little bit more high frequency, and see what they can get down on the CT side. But an IV push is in the cards for them, and Goofy has found their cards and taken them down. That's a Goofy that doesn't want to lose any money right there. Not even we.
They're after him, though. Not fully committing. But Rusty, on his own,
Wow.
with the FAMAS, going to be able to take him down. That's a risky play, but it pays off. Flash coming in. Do need to be careful here. There's a number of deagles around that corner, and he knows it. One trying to track him down. Thankfully, he's got the moves, but he is somewhat trapped in towards the server area there. You're able to bail him out in just a second, so seems to be all good. Zero, meanwhile, going to get caught off here, absolutely. Not able to take anyone down with him, but at the very least, information traded back. It's another crazy quick push forward from the T side. A lot of 1v1 fights being taken. Ponchek is winning a good chunk of them. Now the cavalry is arriving, and they're a man
big
up.
nade.
Oh, not as much damage as I would have thought, to be honest,
Yeah.
landing underneath him.
Oh, look at Rusty. Might be able to get this. Never mind. There we knew where he was, and that means he's gone. Adam, not sure if he actually comes in for the flank here, Scriv.
Yeah, possibly would look to save. The money, I don't know, it's pretty terrible.
They can get
Put
a
something
weird force
together
by
with
in
an
the next
AK,
one,
yeah.
Like, if you can drop the AK to someone, you've got 3 players with rifles, and what's your loss bonus? 1900? No, 1400. Ooh.
Yeah.
No, that's you know. I feel like they almost have to force by here. Actually.
Yeah, well, you kind of double eco anyway for your poorer
Yeah.
players, so.
Because Adam has a deagle as well, so.
True, very
it's
true.
Like,
Yep.
there's actually a lot to be done by saving this.
Yeah.
Especially if you can get some kills while they're on the retreat, but I don't know if they'll be peeking him
Yeah,
necessarily.
Not really Adam's style as well, I think, to go for a situation like that. We talk all about the money. I think it's just kind of not in his approach to the game. But Wisla, keeping it scrappy, keeping it down in the dirt. Battling in the mud right now, of course. He will have a very nice buy coming into this round, though. Probably our most put-together buy of the game so far. Meanwhile, not a full spend, but
Yeah, that's
certainly... I feel you just have to go all the way in, to be honest.
Exactly.
It's weird. Very weird.
Well, maybe they can find something. Zero missed a shot initially. I think he might have also missed a smoke, but I'm not 100% sure about that because that smoke isn't. It's not like that smoke uses smoke. But Zero will end up falling. Meanwhile, in Pop Dog is Rusty to try and contend, but it doesn't really look like he's got much to find with the smoke in front of him as well. Adam, from the bomb train. Moves forward. 4 players on the A bomb site now. They're really heavily committing here. I wouldn't even mind a save if it ends up being a B side hit.
Yeah, that early frag has really screwed them, man. I think it just gives a lot of control across to Wisla.
Oh!
Era,
Okay.
blind on the scout. He's got other things to say. AK up close of Adam is doing absolute work. Hades, though, has kind of bamboozled him a little bit. Looking for more. Going to take him down as well. Hades doing one better than Adam with that triple. And now it's all onto Dobbo. Just a deagle. Nothing else. Maybe a dream. But he's got to find 2 players. And they've got plenty of time to go B.
Will they do it, though? Because they don't know where Dobbo is exactly. They're hoping he'll push in and reveal his position regardless. But as he spots out both players, he'll miss them as well. Hades with 4. And I have to say, Adam dropping the ball a little bit, missing out on that duel after he knows Hades' exact position. But Era, what a shot from him. And Gamerlegion almost bring it back, but now finally we should have an eco. I say should because I've been cracked in the back of the head with a couple of deagles when I thought they weren't coming in many times over, but this time it will indeed be a save. Almost completely.
Who'd have thunk? Either way, looking to get mowed down by the MAC-10 if they're not careful. First frag comes in for one check. Yeah, and they're all set up to deal with this as well. Very well done. Trying to stack together and overwhelm an aggressive push, but Jet is sharp as you like. Sharp as a tack, as they would say. But nonetheless, a clean 5-man surviving 5th round picked up for Wisla. Really starting to solidify themselves now.
You do have a decent buy coming out of Gamerlegion because of the fact that they didn't buy up earlier, though. A lot more utility than maybe you'd expect after this many force buys back and forth from the CT side. No kit, though, and that's surprising considering Zero and Adam both have head armor, which is, again, guys, can we stop doing this on CT side? But hey. Forward positions mean that maybe the kit won't be necessary anyhow. Adam's playing all the way onto the B-bomb site where he might be met by Ponchik soon. And in the meanwhile, Rusty's actually found some damage into the top of Pop Dog.
All quiet here. Ooh, the B side of things. The Molotov makes things a little hot, I suppose. Nade goes in. He's waiting on the ladder. Going to win that fight just barely. And just barely making it out. Meanwhile, push comes in from the M4s. That is so well done. Jedka caught completely off guard. His crosshair in the wall. And now a 3-on-3 that really they had no right at coming into. The timing absolutely perfect. Dobbo, meanwhile, continues to push forwards. Could even find more for his trouble. Goofy, meanwhile, on the other side of the map. Catching Zero off guard. The bomb, though, is in the hands of Dobbo. Massive, massive stuff.
Era needs to find this. Era sees it, but he's missed it initially. Goes for the repeat. Well, doesn't really have much of a choice, but it means Dobbo's now to 1v2 after finding a kill. Sure, he's got the bomb. Sure, he's got an AK picked up, but he needs to find those kills. And as Goofy moves over, Dobbo's expecting it. Dobbo's pushing for it. Dobbo's not winning the duel. Goofy, so much impact these past few rounds. So much impact even in the previous game. This time, he's one of the big driving forces for Wisla to find themselves at 6th.
Yeah, there is a clear step up, I think, from Wisla coming onto this map. Maybe, indeed, losing the first in such kind of one-sided fashion initially has lit a fire under their backside. Either way, quick rush into the brown holes coming through here from the 5.7s. Just the one. Yeah, any damage is cool. Maybe could have got a little bit more for their trouble. Era, meanwhile, on top of blue, not able to find anything either. And now left all onto Rusty and Dobbo. Rusty kind of in the wrong spot, unfortunately. Dobbo gets a light. Charges forwards. Nothing you can really do. Going as you would expect, though. It seems the craziness of our early force buys working out has, thank God, fallen by the wayside. Not to show any bias towards Wisla, of course, as they do end up, coming out on top of these rounds now. But it's messy Counter-Strike. It's not an awful lot of fun to watch or cast. At least all game long. Maybe the odd one. But when it keeps going on, it gets very, very scrappy, very, very messy.
Well, you know what I love to see? I love to see some double ops coming in, and the CT sides are gracing the server with those right now. Double and Era both with the knob apiece, and the question is, how are they going to be using them? Because both of them are actually headed over towards that A side. Double is looking to maintain control over Ivy, but Era, he's actually playing more of the orthodox position. No one's still peeking into brown holes and getting that information, getting that position.
Oh, Jedka playing with fire. Got to be careful. Minute and 25 left on the clock. There's another slow take coming in. This is kind of the key turning point in terms of the score at the very least. I think Gamerlegion need to get a foot in the door here. Nice smoke. That saves Rusty's life, but doesn't save him from the damage. Yep, there it is. Big nade. Will drop him down to 40 HP. So no frags as yet, but Wisla with a clear HP advantage.
And they've got the information. Rusty heard them starting to move over. Adam needs to be careful off the highway, but the highway's already descended down. Adam, good for one, peeks for two, looks for three, will not find it. Inside the smoke, his opponent is dancing, and Sparrow tapping from behind it. Now, Sparrow watching for the flank to come in, but Rusty will go by evading for a while, and a while is enough. A 2-on-2, but Rusty has fallen. Zero left to clutch. He's done it before, but can he do it with the bomb down? It'll not be easy as he comes in from the side, sees one player, isolates the duel, looks for more, but simply can't find it. With the position gone, Wisla know this round should be theirs, and well, it looks like it very well is.
Yeah, man, I don't know. There's some severe kind of positional issues, I think. Gamerlegion a little unclean with the way that they're holding these bomb sites, and it is kind of worrying. How easily it appears Wisla just sort of turning them over a lot of the time. And now their economy not really in a good spot. So, like I said, in terms of the score, it's an obvious kind of turning point, but it's also the fact that now they have so much work to do, can't really drop the ball for the rest of the half if they want to try and recover this back to a decent scoreline. Aggression coming in once again. Flash does work out, but as the cavalry comes in, it gets a bit more dangerous. They almost take down Ponchek, but robbed of that early frag.
You're stacking up 5 flares on the A side now, though. And Flash goes over to brown holes to get control there, and there's no one who could have heard that. That's the problem. Even Adam, if I'm not wrong, doesn't get that audio information, and Zero's so far back. I love the angle from him, though. If you keep an eye on Zero, he's got a nice, very safe position that he's playing from. I love to see it, but he has to find a few kills from here first and foremost as they start to move over. Terrorists still yet to commit anywhere. The CTs are fully spread out as well. And let's not make any mistake about it. The Deagle, the MP9, the M4, you're definitely able to get some kills in this situation. And Zero, perfect timing on that smoke. Adams found one, and that unlocks the top of Pop Dog as well.
Key frag. 30 seconds left on the clock as well. So on the other hand here, Hades has got to try and find this frag. He does indeed.
Oh, Zero be able to get this, but Jedka with the flick. That is huge from Jedka. And Goofy, meanwhile, always deadly, always vigilant, will find another.
That's heartbreaking. That is so heartbreaking. They were in a great spot, but I think unfortunately a little bit of a lapse of concentration, or a misjudgment in terms of the hold. But again, you have a player on the spool. How does someone walk out heaven like that? I get hiding, I get playing safe, but surely you still have to have eyes on.
I mean, it's just so difficult when you don't have a second rifle to actually keep an eye on him. The long range duel, you don't want to necessarily take it. You're really relying on Zero to get the jump there. The problem is that when Zero uses that smoke, he reveals his position because of the trajectory, and they're keeping an eye out because of it. Very well played by Jedker, just crouching all the way. And look, you get the headshot as Zero. What better can you really ask for when there's an M4 in your hands, It's hard to get that second when there's an instant one-bullet headshot coming around to take you down.
Depends whose side you're on, but I can certainly see your argument, sir. It's a tough kind of round. I think maybe they needed to work a little bit more off of the advantage that Adam gave them, but they're nervous, you know, even though, yes, they're on the half bite. It's a winnable round, don't make a mistake. Fast round coming in from the T side this time, though. Zero answering in kind. Oh, Rusty as well, able to drop the bomb, catching a little bit of the chaos. Does get traded, but it's still, with all this madness going on, a 3-on-2. Bomb still drops. Great find from Era on that secondary. And now left onto Goofy. He's got 3 to find. Runs out of ammo. Might even have been able to get Era in the smoke there. Just trying to close him down on the Glock. Looking for an M4 with a fresh map. Does indeed have it. Charges through to find the head. This is messy. Dobbo left on half HP. Bomb going to be recovered. Oh, and Goofy is able to take the fight away from Dobbo, who didn't expect him to go for it. That is disaster for Gamerlegion, losing that 1-on-3.
That is unbelievable. Coming out from Gamerlegion right there. Goofy's able to take it all away without ammo, where he has to switch out guns. It's just a few missed shots. It's just a few small mistakes, but those few small mistakes are all then capitalized on by Goofy, who has throughout this game, throughout this series even, been such a beacon of hope and shining light for Wisla. Now, they're starting to move in. Zero, he's got himself one, but Rusty can't follow up until the second peak, where he finally gets it. But even then, a 1-for-1 trade, as it is going to be now a 3 versus 2. Pawn check to bring things back somewhat, I say, but at least the Deagles are getting killed. Gamerlegion are staying relevant in this game.
In this round, maybe the game itself is up in the air if they lose this. The 1v2 suddenly down to a 1-on-1. Adam has been spotted numerous times trying to spray through the smoke. Has to be careful. Only going to go in, and it will be backwards. Jedka can't quite find him yet. Does have the bomb. Now has time to go for a nice safe plant for wherever he likes. Does he have time to go for the post plant though? No, but he has time to read Adam's swing. Ah, man, so close in so many of these rounds. Gamerlegion are playing well in the chaos, to be fair, but when it comes to the clutch, when it comes to staying tight, getting some composure, and maybe clearing the comms, you know, making sure that everything's cool in a 1-on-3, in a 1-on-2, they unfortunately fall flat at the final hurdle, I think is the best way to put it.
I think the biggest characterization of this game so far is Gamerlegion have had 2 of their round wins, well, their only 2 round wins on 4 spies. And every round where they've looked competitive has also been on 4 spies. Even their gun rounds, they've had a few, but hey, it's not been that consistent. But at least that's a good kill for Dobbo to find early on. Takes down 1. Nade is solid as well. Jedka is not feeling juicy. So, Gamerlegion at least setting themselves up to maybe take another one away. But meanwhile, Goofy's found the equalizer. Goofy's been so good, man. Honestly, he's 15-6, 116 ADR. Probably going to increase after this round as well. Just solid stuff from him all round.
Era taking down Spear on the backside. Goofy. No way! No way! Oh, again, Gamerlegion. It hurts to watch. It hurts to watch. Zero going to fall as he wants to join his comrades in Valhalla, I suppose. And now it is all...
I don't know if they're going to Valhalla. I'm not going to lie.
You die in battle. I mean, that's as far as I'm aware, the only prerequisite.
Is it? Okay, I thought you had to be good at battle too. But Adam, he's found himself one. Molotov goes over. This could be big from Adam. He's looking for it, but can't find them through the smoke. And with the Molotov at his feet, he has to peek out soon. And Goofy knows it. Goofy's watching for it. Even the nade comes in. Massive damage, but Goofy's missed the shot. And as he drops down, he just can't be echo-located. And Adam will end up falling 12-2. Money in the bin. Chances not too far behind.
Yeah, what has happened here? This is it's a tough game to play in, to be fair. There's been so many situations where Gamerlegion have been close and nearly, you know, could have been a 10-4 kind of scoreline right now, at the very least, if not a little higher for Gamerlegion. But as it stands, 3 the best they can hope for. Even that is looking tough. Trying to answer aggression with aggression, fire with fire doesn't work out. Spiro is on fire. And well, we'll see what the rest of the Deagles can do. It's a nice shot from Rusty, yes indeed. Inspect your D, but unfortunately the rest of the boys are falling. He's going to get dropped by a Glock. And Adam, again, is the only one remaining, by the way. This is like the 3rd round in a row.
Well, Adam, yeah. So many rounds where you're in a 1 versus X situation where you're just thinking, this is not going to work out for you, my friend, and I'm really sorry about it, but... anyhow, the big question mark over here is going to be... well, what's Gamerlegion got in the tank to taking to the 3rd map? Because right now, all you're fighting for is realistically momentum. Taking the map wasn't going to be easy. Decider, Mute will be coming up afterwards, more likely or not. And I'm interested to see what you think about that one as well, Sweet.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to say. It's one of those kind of matchups where, you know, the way that you expect things to go, it's kind of gone sideways on that. Gamerlegion statistically are the better squad, but the way that these teams have been playing, if Wisla can tap into a T-side performance like that over on Nuke and keep that mentality, keep that economy and everything that goes along with the CT side difficulties under wraps and under the cosh, as I like to say, I think Gamerlegion will be in for another tough ride. But I don't want to give any harsh predictions for map number 3. I don't even really want to give any harsh predictions for half number 2 of Train, to be honest, because we saw how crazy the beginnings were back in half 1.
Well, we'll have to wait to see how exactly it turns out. If this is suddenly a T-sided affair and Gamerlegion can run away with it, that would certainly be very strange. But let's find out whether strange will be happening. Ponchik in the middle of the bomb train gets 1. Hades with another. There's a 3rd. And I feel like it might be time to be harsh, Scrib.
Yeah, maybe. Not looking too good is the safest way to put it. 1 kill, a bomb plant. Cool. But
all right,
unfortunately, it's 14-2, and you have to Hail Mary for the next kind of 10 rounds, it feels like, maybe 8 until you start to build some confidence, some economy, and of course some rounds to bring things close. Keeping them away from 15, though, is always the most important thing in a scenario like this, but it is no mean feat.
Well, now it's all about the fact that Wisla have gone for full rifles. They don't want to risk it, but we saw that full rifles aren't always the best of ideas. So, how exactly will it be working for them? Going up against the Force Spy of Gamerlegion, they have a UMP, a couple of Tech 9s. I love the Tech 9s, personally. I think they're very strong on this map, and they're criminally underrated. But Rusty, meanwhile, he's going to be smoking off, and they're setting up for a B-side execute. There's 2 players playing from the highway. It won't be too easy for them, but Hades through the smoke gets a quick one. An immediate repositioning comes out from his teammate. Hades moves back. Meanwhile, Ponchik's got another one, and this should just be a quick affair. Adam is in the deep lines, is in enemy lines, but it's just so hard to find anything. In the meanwhile, Adam left all on his lonesome all over again, because the Jetka and his lonesome is going to be short-lived.
Yeah, to be fair, in terms of a breakdown, you know, obviously it does feel like it is all but over at this point. Ponchik does really well to stay alive there. Buys a lot of time for the rotations to come in, also finding a frag in the process. So, pretty solid stuff in that sense. Another Hail Mary buy, another Hail Mary play, 13 rounds in a row. If I see it happen, I say it every time, I will eat my shoes, because it's not going to happen. That's the point, if people don't quite catch on. Adam already on 3 HP. We're 10 seconds into the round. They're going to try and burst out on towards this A-bomb site. Adam's going to fall. A couple players over towards Ivy. Ooh, okay. Okay, Zero. See you. Some nice kills. But the cavalry, once again, as has been the case all game through, has arrived. And now they are indeed getting mowed down. 3-on-1. Dobbo on the wrong bomb site. No bomb to his name. A Mac-10 with a cool skin.
It is cool.
Oh, and a deagle. And a deagle. But now no head. Unlucky.
That is indeed unlucky, but we have to wait to see what Nuke has in store for these teams. 1-1 is the score. Will this be a snowball from Wisla? Let's find out after the break.